They say that only God knows the truth. But what if I told you that scientists do too? They know something about the multiverse that they aren't telling us, and it's not what you think. Physicists have estimated that there are at least 5 different versions of our universe, but they don't usually talk about this in public. Why is that? Let's find out in today's episode. If you're an avid viewer of sci-fi movies or a dedicated follower of comic books, then the concept of the multiverse may sound familiar to you. In fact, it's been a while since we talked about the multiverse, and I've missed the crazy theories that come with it. In the simplest of terms, the multiverse is a hypothetical group of universes. It's a sort of a megaverse that comprises all of the universes, including ours, and everything existing outside of time. Some believe that our reality is just one of many universes, each with their own unique set of physical laws, constants, and even histories. But here's where things get interesting. Scientists theorize that there are at least 5 different versions of our universe, each slightly different from the others. The first version is the mirror universe, which is essentially a copy of our own, but with the difference being that all matter is converted into antimatter. It sounds like a doomsday scenario, doesn't it? Well, it kind of is. If these two universes were to collide, the matter and antimatter would annihilate each other, releasing massive amounts of energy in the process. The second version is the upside-down universe. Here, the laws of physics are reversed. For example, gravity works in the opposite direction, and all motion is reversed. It's like rewinding a film, but with the added twist that all of the particles are also their own antiparticles. The third version is the quantum foam. This universe is full of wormholes and other bizarre phenomena that result from the weird behavior of matter at the subatomic level. The fourth version is the chaotic universe, a place where the laws of physics are so unpredictable that anything can happen. And finally, the fifth version is the simulation. This is the universe where everything is exactly the same as our own, except that it's a computer simulation. Now, scientists haven't actually observed any of these universes, but they have found evidence for some of them. For example, the existence of antimatter was confirmed in the 1960s, when a particle called the antimatter was discovered. And the behavior of quantum foam has been observed in experiments at places like the Large Hadron Collider. So why aren't scientists talking about this? Well, it's because the evidence for the multiverse is still quite shaky, and many scientists are reluctant to discuss it publicly until more research has been done. However, there is a growing number of scientists who believe that the multiverse is real. They argue that it's only a matter of time before we find evidence for it. Personally, I think it's fascinating to consider the possibility that there are other universes out there, but I try not to let it consume my thoughts. After all, there's no use worrying about something that may or may not exist. Or is there? What do you think of the multiverse theory? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.